jinx it, please.
I'm trying to be positive.
Just
It's
don't
always
jinx it.
good being positive. All right, let's get back into this because we're burning game time. All right, so before and also if I do break up, just interrupt me and we'll just kind of pause it. So I'll
Okay.
take a break real quick, Anaya, as I go to the other group. So, Bivu, Jin, and Alhak, you're with the speeder truck that is embedded in the sand now, and you have just watched the impact of turbulence fire from orbit. What do you three do?
We brought on a comm link and tried to call Arvak. Do you hear if it's okay?
There's no reply, but Anaya, you hear the crackling activation of a comm that is nearby the Trandoshan body. And Jin, what are you saying?
Arvak, are you okay? We saw the explosion.
Obviously, Anaya, you
Nice.
see Arbok is in no condition to reply. So what do you do, Anaya?
I'm gonna carefully approach, and for a moment, just for a couple of seconds, listen what this person's gonna say through the comms.
Arvak, are you okay? Are the prisoners secure?
You look around, Anaya, and you see no prisoners. You see no one that is going to be hostile or defensive or anything because everyone is, unfortunately, either dead or unconscious right now.
Alright then. And we just kind of scratches her chin, then takes out a trauma kit from her kind of handbag. You know, takes out a very weird looking serum and just jams it into the Transdoshan's neck, restoring him 12 hit points.
Nice, nice. All right, now here's how we do this. So there's some automation we can do slightly. I want to see if Anaya you can do it. Anaya, click on Arvok's picture.
Wait, no. I think there were like either it's like a mod or there were like options to add like numbers as damage or healing.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's out of this rule set. Okay, so I added it myself. It's fine. I'll do it as a GM. So Arvok, you have suddenly get a surge of adrenaline as you come to consciousness. Arvok, standing above you is a human. I'm assuming woman by the picture. A human woman.
Yeah, in like some fiber armor and pretty ragged adventuring clothes, with a syringe, an already empty syringe in her hand. She just kind of points to the transmitter.
I'm just gonna look at them for a few moments and then just respond in the transponder. I'm fine from a stranger that's randomly here?
Well, that's
Not even.
that's good. Please. We have the prisoners secured, or we managed to stop the speeder. So, should we make our way to you, or will you be making our way to us?
At this point, I'll just head to you if I can fix up the dang Jawa thing, the sabotage the Jawa did at the car.
Did the speeder? Okay.
Yeah. Also, bad news. The Jedi is kind of jelly.
Yes, looking at Nail's body, unfortunately, a giant pile of rocks did land on him, turning him into, as said, a pile of jelly.
And the other guy, I think he's fine. I think he just more, time to
Well,
wake up.
Let's do a skill roll. So, Arbok, do this. Now, there's multiple ways to do skill rolls. I'm going to explain how to do two of them. Very easy. Obviously, if you click on Perception, you'll get another box to click on it. But if you hold down Shift and click on Perception, you'll automatically roll as a base roll.
Right.
That's a bad roll, though. So from your vantage point, Aravok, you can't quite tell if he is alive or dead, as you have just gotten up. He's a bit further away. But I want to say, Anaya, what do you do as this giant Trandoshan, 7 foot tall of muscle and lizard men, is
He dislodged
getting up.
himself from the debris, I assume.
Sorry, what'd you say?
He dislodged himself from the debris, I assume.
Yes, he kind of just he got up from the debris.
Alright, at the moment, just kind of taking away his range. And, you know, kind of reaching hand to grasp his hand. Name's on.
I guess I shake the human lady's hand.
And yours? You know, pretty rude already. No thank you. That's first.
What?
Oh, alright. Never mind. What are you doing out here, even?
Well-
Just kind of falling from the sky? You're literally the first person I've seen in months.
Well, very, very long story. Convoluted. I have other associates. They could probably explain it better than I am, but just know that the people who were here weren't very good people, and the people who tried to blast me from the sky, they are also not very good people. So,
Well, good thing that I do not particularly care about morality, then. Where's your friends, anyway? And
they,
where are you looking?
well, they had to speed off to catch, well, the people who set up this camp. The only information we have is that basically slavers and also possibly tried to kill us. Katina.
All right, jumping back to the other group. In this case, Bivu, what are you currently doing?
Alright, so I'm still on the speeder, and then I saw them crash, right?
Yes.
So, like, yep, after they've collected themselves and they're starting to call Alark, I'm gonna hop off my car and then head over to the crashed. I'll just inspect the guys who, like, they're knocked out, right? All the guys inside the
Yes.
driving compartment.
Yes.
They're all knocked out. Alright, so
Hawk and Jin, what about
Like-
you two? What all three of you? So you're all together.
We have secured.
I want. So what I want to do. Wait, did you guys hear me?
Yes.
You cut
you're
out
cutting out.
momentarily, but now we can.
I was cutting out. Yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to do was, I wanted to use my rope to tie all of them up, and then I wanted to fix that car to get it back up.
We already tied them up last session.
Yeah, like, I want to fix the car.
All right.
Their car.
Go to your character sheet and go ahead and roll me. It's gonna be a mechanics at disadvantage. And since you don't have, let's see, can you actually roll a mechanics?
You can't really roll two.
Wait,
per se.
wait, why is it disadvantage?
Because the thing is
We-
super
we-
damaged.
We did it quite heavily break, destroy the thing. Like we cut
Oh,
it.
It was hit
pieces.
by a lightsaber and smashed into the ground, so it is pretty damaged.
Oh, I just wanted it to be in, like, a condition that you can drive. I don't need, like, AC and windshield.
No, yeah, it's just to get it to drive. That's why it's disadvantage.
Alright, so technology?
Technology is not played are the mechanics skill. It's going to be the mechanics. So it's going to be essentially your proficiency bonus at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the same bonus as technology, since intelligence plus proficiency.
Huh?
Yeah, apparently you can't roll like skilled proficiencies in this system.
Yeah.
This,
You can just click on it like one time, left click, and then pick choose to roll this damage.
Just gonna roll it like this.
All right.
This like that.
You try as much as you can, Bivu, but being a Jawa, being your own level, and this thing just will not be operational. It is too damaged.
Okay. I guess we can't bring them back on my speeder. It's too small.
Yeah,
That
his
is
speeder can only
not
hold
a
2
problem,
people.
as
Yeah.
I can drag them off those.
Oh,
I
I've got
can-
another idea.
It's traveling to
Um,
us. So I think we should perhaps. I don't think we need to drag them with us.
Wait, okay, so I've got a plan. It's really simple. I'm gonna fashion a tiny, like a cart, like a sledge, out of like the car wreck, and then I can just tow it with my speeder, and then we can go back.
Why we're taking the people with us? We just question them and then either kill them or let them go.
We don't want to kill them, or
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
good
will
to
say
leave them in the desert
immediately,
to fuck off.
I will say immediately, Jin, even if you are good or neutral, killing the defenseless guy will get you some dark side points, essentially.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, probably. But, like, we can't really bring them with us anywhere. Like, they can't. The prison certainly can't hold them. It was blown up. So, and if we just, really give them-
Elimination is an option.
they'll just be taken out by the mercenaries.
I mean, they're tied up, right? They're defenseless
Yes,
men. We can't
yeah.
we can't kill them. Yeah. So, well, I mean, just how about like just pick pick one or two that you want to bring back.
I'm just wondering why we want to bring them with us. Like, are we gonna drag them all the way, like, to when we travel this planet?
Because like we saw the lasers, like the aerial strike bombard the site. We don't know if there were any survivors. Like these guys are our best chance to have our questions answered.
Well, we know Arvak is alive. That's the thing. So he's coming
Yes,
to
but-
us.
But there's
So,
two
meanwhile, we
scientists
could question.
and a prisoner that we don't know. Like we don't know about their condition.
I'm guessing if Arvak needs assistance, he will call us.
I'm gonna
No,
actually. I'm
it's
gonna.
not that needs assistance. It's the three others that need medication.
I'm gonna call
listen.
in on the comms link and like Beavu's comms link, and I'm gonna ask, hey, how do you fix whatever you did to this? Wait, is the like big speeder like smashed to pieces, or is it still intact?
So, look into the chat bar of Foundry. At the bottom right is going to be essentially a dice pool. Click on the D100 and click roll. There are I'll let you do that.
Okay. What?
So it's a 34. Oh, looking for a percentage roll. And for this case, it has been damaged. Now, it's not crushed, it's not broken, but you can definitely see the dent where several rocks have struck it. And, well, there's some slight sparks that do erupt. Well, I don't say erupt, but do come from the chassis of this kind of speeder skiff. Now, whether it turns on when you try is up to be known when you actually decide to try that, if you so want. But it's not, like, blown up.
Well, since I saw one of them just take a beating, like a massive beating, I can just assume that these things are pretty durable. Or was that like an entirely different kind of speeder?
There are two speeders. There are three different kinds. The truck, the swoop that essentially Bivu took, and then this kind of a skiff that can hold two people comfortably.
Can I describe the damage to Bivu, and can they determine if it's going to be working or not?
I'd say for ease of game, you explain what's going on between the intermittent sparks that are coming from the various locations of the bike. But to see how well Bivu can actually explain this, Bivu, give me a technology roll.
Alright. Okay, so is this using my tools? Like, does this count as
Well,
using my
no,
tools?
because you're not next to him. So this is why essentially you're giving him a verbal overview of what's going on.
Gotcha.
He's calling tech support and your tech support.
Well,
Dang.
you pinpoint
Nat 20.
exactly what is wrong with the thing. And actually, after a couple of minutes, Beaver, like, walks you through the entire process of getting this thing back to fully operational besides the dent. So, yeah, after a couple of minutes, Arvok, this thing just lights up and starts hovering off the ground and sounds like a perfect condition speeder besides the dent on the hood of it, I would say.
I'm all right. I'm gonna let them know. I'll head up. I'll head over to you guys. I'm gonna make sure the other guy's okay or not. And if he's not, then I guess we're heading out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go check on the guy and see if he's alive or not.
Okay, so Anaya, sorry, Arabak, you start going to the other guy. Anaya, there's a interesting thing here. Anaya, go ahead and give me a perception roll, please.
Mm-hmm. One sec.
The pretty clouds on the map.
13.
Okay, so Anaya, as you are watching Arvok, and before you decide, either help out Arvok or just kind of see what's going around this area and kind of just question what the hell is going on, you see that there are a couple crushed cages around. But besides that, you catch sight of something that gets your interest. It is a large scale. And it's a scale that comes from a beast. And it gets your attention specifically because there is a diamond-esque pattern on the scale that does resemble the beast on this planet that you are looking for. A clue. Something that these people might have encountered.
I'm gonna, quietly approach it and pick it up and poke it.
Okay, make an item in inventory and just make a scale at this location. You can word it how you want.
How much does it weigh?
How much is the what?
Oh, wait.
Don't worry about
Just for reference. Oh, well.
Or put like 2. That's fine. Arbok, you get over to the other individual. He is unconscious. He has a pretty nasty cut on his head from where he also got hit by debris. But for the most part, he is alive. Just unconscious. He's breathing.
Alright, I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna I don't have any good medicine. I have not much. I asked the lady that saved me if you could just patch up this guy here, because you seemingly know what you're doing with that weird medicine stuff.
No, alright, 1 second, just... Alright, do you want him to near fully functionality or just best group? Do you recognize this thing? Anaya takes out a patched scale from her backpack.
From what I know of, not really. I'm not one of those hunter Trandoshans. Though there was some... I remember there's some creature in the cage, but I doubt that, they're alive.
I mean, I found the scale, right there next to those broken cages. And there's no corpse inside.
And they probably took him up. Then the people that attacked me and sent an entire orbital bombardment on me is most likely been shipped off-world. Because these people apparently take people and then, after a day or two, take them off-world to some god knows what.
Do those people trade in beasts by any chance?
Oh,
But
they'll trade in
armor?
blaster rifles. I mean, blaster
Pretty
bullets.
far away from wildlife, isn't it?
These people are not the kind to be trading with. They are not.
No, I'm just interested. Do they deal in exotic wildlife?
I doubt it. They're only here for a medical thing on a planet that's been affecting some town most of the time. But for the most part, I doubt it.
Oh,
Also-
right then. I hope you don't mind if I just tag along. I mean,
Yeah.
only clue I have. Ugh. Do need to track this.
Well, he did save my life, so that's the least I can do. But yeah, sure, we can tag along. And I guess me and the guy and also lady head off to the skiff. Just speed off.
Mm.
Okay, so Bivu, Jin, and Alhak, you're there preparing on what to do with the planes, and in the distance you see coming towards you the speeder skiff that has Arvok, as well as an individual you've never seen before, and then another guy who's essentially draped over the side of it, that is just kind of hanging on. And after a few minutes, you all link up as one full group. And I will see that because now here is the speeder bike that you see on the map.
Hello, you're the stranger that saved Davak's life. Walk up to shake your hand. I'm Jin. I'm pleased to meet you.
And I take the hand and shakes it. Name's Anne. Yeah, nice to meet you too. I assume you're the group of that person over there. He never told me his name. Such a rude.
Yeah. Yes, that's Avak. He's had a rough couple of days, and I feel a certain big
Yes, he has.
probably didn't.
Yeah,
It's a list
Yeah.
at this point.
I'd
how does
imagine
that-
I would also not feel very comfortable when I got, dropped from the orbit.
No, certainly not.
Yeah,
What
definitely
does
an experience.
Anna look like, by the way?
What?
What do you look like?
Just brown-skinned human, seemingly human at the very least, with kind of bandaged hands, wearing this fiber armor covered in just simple like cape, traveling cape, and overall kind of ragged traveling clothes. A pretty big backpack, a couple of handbags, a vest with some shit on it, seemingly syringes. And as for the face, yeah, as in the picture.
Now, I know all of you are probably sick of it, and I don't blame you, but hopefully for the last damn time, can you please just abridged version quickly tell Anaya what you look like and who you are?
Okay, I'm Jin, Claudite Consular. As to what I look like, I currently look like a human, early 20s, dressed black hair, relatively pale, dressed in the robes of the Jedi Order, brown with a lightsaber at her side.
I'm Allhawk, and I look like a mechanical owl, essentially, with a big cloak. 7 feet tall, heavily armed, but more in the physical department. Also scout class.
I am a Trandoshan before you with the. It's a more taller Trandoshan with more ash red scales and also worn battle gear with a bit of a hunch.
Yeah, Arvok would be taller than me.
Okay. I'm Bivu. I'm a Java, so like all Javas, I wear the traditional brown cloak, and you can, like I'm basically small, and you can see a I have like a childlike appearance.
And you might be noticing that the Trandoshan occasionally gives Bivu a nasty look for a reason you come across a little bit later on. Maybe soon, we'll see.
Okay.
And then I kind of rubs her chin, looks at the lightsaber really intently, like, Yeah, it just looks like she wants to say something, but then just drops it.
So
Is something better?
No, not mine.
I step closer to Anaya, and I stare you in the eyes with my photoreceptors, and I asked you, have you seen Arishi around here?
And I kind of looks at this strange droid thing. Seen what?
Arishi. Big bird-like appearance, red feathers, most likely.
I mean, I am here to explore and research wildlife, but have
Well,
I
the
actually
thing,
seen it?
Rishi
Yeah,
are
can I
quite
determine if
rare.
I seen it?
Sorry, I just saw interrupt you real quick. Hawk, Rishi are pretty rare, right?
Hello.
Well, they're rare outside the planet, or more like outside the system.
Well, the question is if Anaya has ever seen a Rishi. She's definitely heard of them. Maybe it's a curiosity. Anaya, we're going to see if you've ever encountered one before. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Just a plain D20, right?
Yeah. Anaya has not seen a Rishi before. You know about them, but you have yet to encounter one.
Yes, I wish it is a strange type of bird, right? Incredibly rare. Reddish feathers, combination of red and black.
Well,
Yes, incredibly strange bird. Humanoid bird. No,
that
never
is
seen.
positive. So you have not encountered one recently.
Nope, not recently, not in my life. I've seen pictures though, if that helps.
I see.
All right. With all the introductions done, what would you all as a group like to do?
Can we talk about why did I get an entire orbital bombardment sent down upon me?
Well, yes, I think we should ask these people about that. They might know.
How many captives do we have anyway?
I count 4.
The ones that have
4.
survived, you have 4 with you right now.
Do they look
Well-
like guards or scientists?
So 3 look like scientists. 1 looks like a much more. For all intents purposes, he looks like a soldier or mercenary.
No. Can I classify what kind of mercenary group he's part of because of my mercenary life background?
You go for some emblems on his clothing or try to get any type of identification, Arvok. And do you have like a local data pad or any way to search the data feeds to see if he might be pulled up information-wise?
I can assume I do because of how I can just classify what kind of mercenary groups are around or what kind of the names or reputations of some.
I mean, I can do it. I'm a local.
If you need a data pad, you can borrow mine if you need to search the space Google.
Yep, give me a second. I'm actually going to give you some information.
You are able to identify mercenary companies by their emblems, and you know a little about any such company, including names and reputations of its commanders and leaders, and who has hired them.
Wait, is that a background?
Yeah,
Or-
that's a trait of my
Yeah, background feature.
Oh,
because I am a
Oh, I
mercenary
thought it was-
myself.
I thought it was like a place of birth thingy. Okay.
I mean, I need to know my stuff to even become a mercenary.
Yeah, like if you spend years in the order, learning about the different orders, probably like works for 4 or 5 of the different ones.
Mm.
So, like you spend time in the business, you learn things.
While Arvok's looking, I'm looking at the hands and faces of the captured ones, and I'm gonna use my on the lookout feature to see if any one of them were slaves, had slaves, or were slavers.
Excuse me. All right, Arvok, this is what you pull up. Sorry, I'm making the entry. Here you go.
All right, I'm gonna make it a thing, a note in the party thing.
Now, real quick, at the top right, if you click on the button that says journals, does it show inside there?
No.
Okay, but you do
Nope.
see the curious case of the Merc that I shared with everyone?
Yeah, right now. But when I close it, it will be gone forever.
Okay, here we go. How about now?
Yeah, now I can see.
Now we see it.
Fantastic. I'll do the
Alright.
same thing with the log files. There. Did you see the log files and the?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Here we go. So these are player handouts. I'm gonna create a page for player handouts. All right.
So,
It's quite heavy.
yep, this guy's definitely trying to pretend he's dead, but yeah, no, he's not dead.
Yeah, there's no other identification upon the scientist individuals. In
Wait,
fact, you all
this is
recognize.
not-
Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
You recognize at least one of them as one of the people that were at the medical camp inside the town of, I think it was Plita?
Yeah, I played that was the town, the first town we came to.
Yeah.
Well, now we at least have confirmation that these are in fact the same people. We did strongly suspect it, but it's better to be completely sure. So they are kidnapping people, presumably to do research on them, people and animals. Well, hopefully that we can get these people to talk about where their base is. Then, since we now destroyed their camp, a bit more thoroughly than we intended, but, well, the orbital bombardment took care of the rest of it. That should fulfill our purpose to the Java, that we get our ship back, and perhaps see if we can go to this base of theirs.
Positive.
And now
my
we get
feature-
my dang ship back to where it's supposed to be, because those guys are still gonna be coming around to pick it up.
Well, yes, exactly. That's why we should, after we interrogate these people and get the information, we should go to the Java and get the ship. Since our mission for them was to clear out this camp, and the orbital bombardment has kindly destroyed the
Should
camp
we-
quite thoroughly.
Should we head? Should we head back to the town, or should we just interrogate them here?
we should
Yeah,
interrogate
I
them
think-
here.
I don't think there's any need to take them back to the town. Like, if we do, their main whole prison has already been destroyed, and even if they keep them in a basement somewhere, the mercenaries will just attack and free them again.
Talking about the interrogation and the mercilessness, had any of you happened to see this really bizarre creature lately? You know, really rough diamond-like scales covered in diamond patches, pretty large, this snout, really unforgettable.
What is this creature called?
DM, what is this creature called?
The dragon.
The creature you're looking for,
Dragon.
Anaya?
Yeah, asking out of character,
Okay.
what is this creature
So
called?
the creature you're looking for is called, and give me a second, actually. Where's my notes at? Not right there. Where's it at? There it is. It is known as a Ralcorth. I will type in chat what it is.
I had a little heart attack there. Nearly understood Rancor. I was
No, not Rancor, a Ralcorth.
Yeah, it's called Ralcorth, if I pronounced that correctly.
Well, so I'm gonna use my reaction ability with generative to use a hit die to heal myself. I don't know how to do that though.
Alright, go to your character sheet. Go to where it says hit dice. Will be under the main tab, or don't main tab, not Fantasy Grounds. Top right, Fantasy Grounds. Son of a bitch. Top right, hit the short rest, and then click on the button that says roll.
And then normal.
Yes.
There we go.
Alright, I did automatically. Awesome. Okay.
Quick question, GM. Of
Yes.
the 4 captives, were any of them slaves or slavers? I can note that because of
Well,
my,
the fact
on
that
the
they were
lookout.
sending people up into space, you could theoretically count all of them as slavers.
But were any of them in slavery?
Oh no, they're not in slavery. No.
There are the slavers.
Okay.
Seeing as Anaya mentioned the name of that creature, could I theoretically roll nature to see if I've heard of this creature?
Rare. Give me a disadvantage.
I've never heard of this creature before, I'm
You have
sorry to
not.
say.
Maybe it's
Have
like a subspecies of Rancor. It sounds kind of the same.
Streets of Coruscant is not the best place to learn about rare creatures that you
I
find
mean,
in the
I
wilds.
did learn
Sort of
many things about rare creatures in Coruscant.
Well, fair
so,
enough.
you know,
I suppose I
to
should
each their
specify
own.
that. I suppose I should specify that the Jedi Temple is not where you go to learn about rare creatures found in the wilds.
Indeed.
All right. Who was saying
how
something
about
besides
Beaver?
Anaya and Jin?
Beaver,
so-
I wanted to.
Beaver, what are you
Um,
saying?
Yeah, what I wanted to say was like basically in addition to getting what we need, maybe we should like have a reason why Anaya should tag along, and that's like we can help her look for the creatures as well. But then like she's a researcher, right?
That like out of character, right?
Huh?
Out of
Wait,
character.
am I cutting out?
No, I'm asking if that like is out of character.
No, this is in character. Like oh, you mean out of character? Yes, we need a reason for Anaya to tag along.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to lead up to. You know, like asking about this creature. Like, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I just realized we have to go back to get Beavu's like sand truck.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you ask about this creature? This
I mean,
core?
I've been hunting it for like, well, tracking down rather, for the past like how many months? About 6 or so. Of about 4 of this I spent on this planet. Really basic one, and it is even more so weird that it just poof dropped out of the sky, it just slipped right through my fingers. But I mean, at least this guy over there is alive. That's something, I guess.
What do you think would be in this area? Did you see any
I
signs
mean,
of it?
literally, I picked up this patch of its scales about how many minutes ago? 10? It was literally at the crash site. So yes, I
in their
have
cages.
reasons to believe that it is somewhere nearby.
If you found them in cages, then we do know that they bring people and animals for genetic research for some reason.
Ooh,
I'm
genetic
guessing
research.
bioweapons, they're making bioweapons, but I'm not 100% certain on that part.
That's
So
it.
if
Anaya,
you
listen, are you
these
trying to
methods-
plan raid any of those people's laboratories in the near future?
Well, they are trying to kill us, and I'm not a fan of that. So I would like them to stop, to ask them politely to stop while I, fight them, presumably. So the answer is
Nice.
yes. I am looking to do that.
Then I have dibs on research.
I'm gonna check on the guy that was a bit, bit like sluggish.
He was just hurt. He is pretty much okay.
All right then.
He's not in really good condition to go exploring, but put him back to a settlement, he'll be fine.
All right.
But in the meantime, in the midst of your
I'm-
discussion, the mercenary individual has awoken, has stirred, and currently being stepped on by Alhawk into the ground. He goes, "Get off of me!"
This unit doesn't take any orders from you.
I will use electroshock on him.
Okay.
That's
Hey, just be careful that he's barely alive. I hadn't gave him the full dose.
wait a minute. Can't you just do it
Wait,
like
why are you
He
shocking
just
him?
straight shocking the guy.
Can you just
roll damage, Beaver?
can you just do it non-lethally? Like this is shocking.
Shock is a
Yeah,
melee.
no.
So you can't
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a touch, so non-lethal. Okay.
All right, so yeah, Beavu immediately just goes down and shocks the shit out of this guy, and he just goes unconscious again.
God dang it!
Oh, fuck's sake.
People,
All
do you
right,
have
all right.
any
One
reason
second.
to
1
worry?
second. Anaya takes
Electrocute?
out a.
I mean, Owlhawk probably liked that, but I don't think that's any sort of beneficial to us right now.
No, I
And
wanted
I-
him to calm down. I didn't want him to go down, but
Well, I mean, he did calm down while he's unconscious. People are generally pretty calm when they're like.
His limbs
not
are bound and
asleep.
secured.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
ain't going
alright,
nowhere.
one
They're all bound
second.
good. They ain't going anywhere.
I guess we have to wait till he wakes back up again, or
I mean,
live
you have a
not
healer.
necessarily, I was trying to get to it. Anaya takes out a syringe full of kind of strange, reddish and blackish liquid, and just jams it in his neck, and just goes in like the full dose.
Is that
Right
safe
this
for
way.
his biochassis to receive so much unknown factors.
I'm not sure. That's the point.
All right, so you wake him up.
Yeah, and he restores 9 hit points, presumably.
Okay, so he does come to, and he's just kind of groggy from being essentially shocked unconscious by Bivu.
I
Alright,
hide behind Avak.
I'm going to ask him, alright, you're going to tell us what you know.
I mean, wait. I mean, it's really not a problem if you don't. You know, I have several other students I wanted to try out to see
Real
if
quick.
they work or not.
Bivu, if you're gonna eat, mute your mic, please.
Huh?
It sounds like you're eating chips. If you are, just mute your mic.
I'm not eating chips.
We had something.
Something sounds like you're, whatever you're doing sounds like you're eating chips. So.
Okay.
Were you moving something? Like, basically, it just sounded like you were like moving a paper bag or something. So I just assumed you were eating chips.
Huh?
Some kind of noise is coming from your side. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I know. Like, I'll do something about it.
Alright, I'm not the greatest talker here. Someone else might want to interrogate.
I'm just like grasping at the neck, and I just ask, "Where's the Rishi?" With an intimidation voice.
All right. Roll me intimidation, Hawk.
I don't have any charisma, guys. So
And this time you can't even switch it.
yeah. Do I roll it with my charisma or my strength?
Intimidation.
This will be charisma too. This will be charisma base this time. So.
Oh boy. There we go.
Nice.
14. That's pretty okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have him down on the ground. You have your hand around his throat. Does look up at you and just goes, "Huh, he's probably gone now."
Then you will expire soon as well.
We need to have him for information, like why I got pelted by an orbital cannon.
I didn't murder him. Just clarifying that. I'm just intimidating, like, you know, make him scared.
Anaya,
Yeah,
what were you
you
trying
know.
to say?
No, just trying to kind of silence other people who like, oh no, we need him. Just like, no, not a word.
No, that was out of character.
Okay.
So, do you have any questions for us? Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Just let me go, and then there'll be enough of an understanding. You have messed with the wrong people. When my employers find what you've done, all of you are going to regret this.
I think a point of clarification, we were more than fine just leaving you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But you lot seemed quite insistent on attacking us, over and over again.
I mean,
Well,
This is merely a misunderstanding. So if you could just tell us where your base is, we go there and explain this misunderstanding. But if you don't tell us, we'll have to leave your corpse here. Missing a few limbs.
hey, come on, we still can use him, you know, for like experiment, you know. I have
Not
a couple of
quite
things I want to
Jedi
try out
like,
for some
is
time.
he?
Like, especially the pacifying one. It's, you know, it renders the person it was injected into completely docile and passive. Really
No,
good
that's not-
for pushing out information out of.
You know, that sounds fun. Okay, you know, okay, fair enough. We won't kill you, we'll do some experiments with you, and then we'll kill you afterwards. Or you can tell us what we want to know.
If I tell you, you'll let me go.
Yes.
And I kind of brings out a couple of syringes from her side bag. Just, you know, kind of taps the needle.
And
Couple of
do you do
times.
this within sight of the mercenary, Anaya?
Yeah, you know, while mercenaries like looking, you know.
Okay, so yeah, he
before-
does have a bit of a nervous tick when you start pulling out syringes.
You know, I brought you back from the other side, if you might call it that. You know, I can still bring you back in there.
Look, I was just hired by a company, don't know its name, just wanted us to protect those goons. If he's within sight of the other scientists, he'll essentially nod at them. If they're not within sight, he just says use there to protect the other goons.
I
Hey,
guess
Connected
I'm
to where?
gonna just
Where is it you're taking them? Where were you planning on going with the speeder?
Just click some people. They're saying they're trying to help out the people here. I know it's fake. This sickness here, well, it wasn't here before they shut up, and it was here after they shut up, so I could put 2 to 2 together. All I know is I was paid very, very well, fake death, to watch over them, make sure no one like you gets involved, although apparently we failed since I'm here and you're there.
He's not wrong on the fake death part.
So where were you taking the people?
A ship comes down every couple days. Where they go, I don't know. Whoever is doing this little expedition is very wealthy to keep things off the books.
Is
Do
it
you
a
know what-
Coruscanti operative?
Could I press up sort of insight to see if he's bullshitting us? Like if he's trying to hold something back?
Yeah,
Same.
give me a set roll. And you can give me a set roll if you want to.
Yeah, I want to help out and like looking if he's sweating, having a never.
That's
All right,
one,
Jin.
yeah.
All right, Jin. He's telling the truth. He right now knows he's outnumbered, and he wants to live.
All right.
I believe you. Okay, for now, just hold tight. And once we leave here, we will ensure to remove your bonds. You can make your way either to the back to your rest of your fellows, or to the city, as you wish. But wherever you go is none of our concern.
I was captured by you. I need to go hide now. If you let me live, I'll take that as reward enough.
I ask. Wait a minute. I ask him. Do you know what the ships look like? You know, do they like? Do you know what kind of ships they are like piloting?
We came in through a transport ship from hyperspace. Again, they picked us up from, we'll say Corellia. They got me from Corellia, took us over to another relay station, Telkin. From Telkin, got to this planet. The ship that comes in is just a small cargo personnel ship, carrying about maybe 4 or 5 people. It's a small shuttle.
You know, your employers possibly have blown up that station, right?
No, what?
Telkin
No,
Station was
no.
attacked. Yeah, no. Telkin Station was attacked by an unknown fleet. We can only assume that these people you're working with is that fleet from how, you know, developed they are right now.
That's impossible. No, the people, our staging area was on the station. The amount of resources they put into developing, into the guards, I mean, everything we've seen, the equipment they brought in, why would they destroy it?
We came for that station. Well, me and one other survivor.
Yes, and the moment we mentioned to the rest of the scientists about Telkin Station being attacked, a group of mercenaries like yourself was sent to silence us.
Well, that was us. I mean, anyone that starts to get involved, I wasn't personally involved in that, but I do know that some of the group here was sent to get rid of you dressed as locals.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
We
it was
also know
actually-
that the planetary research station has been blown up by a turbo blazer barrage.
That makes no sense. We just got a fresh shipment of supplies a couple days ago. Why would they blow it up for?
We don't know. We just know that they possibly did it. They don't. They had like 3 like cruises. Like
Wait,
This isn't.
Wait,
It could be a secondary organization.
Yes, is it possible there's also an opposition force, like it's on our side? They're doing the good stuff.
Real quick, Bevu, can you raise your mic? You're a bit low volume.
he's a bit like distant,
hello?
but I think
Is
he's
it-
yeah, it's fixed.
It's better?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I wanted to say is, Yeah, maybe it's like an opposition force. It's also like a bunch of good guys, or
I
at
wouldn't.
least like
I wouldn't think a group of people who are capturing people and then shipping them off planet is good.
no, I mean like the guys who blew up their station.
Well, then why they attack us then?
They're not the same group, aren't they?
It was the same ship.
You sure it's the exact same ship, not just the same model?
It is because they all had the same ship. They all came in as a fleet.
Yes. So the 3 ships that came in fact, I'll show the picture of it to see how well images get shared here. It's be for some of you that actually have it part of the game. We'll say maybe it was recorded on someone's data pad or whatnot, so you can share the image. So let me show you exactly what you all saw. So make another journal entry of the ship. This is the unknown cruisers. Is the image file. So I'm also learning how to do this pretty quickly for myself for images and whatnot. Let's see. It is pictures right here. Select file, check mark, and there you go. All right, so here is the image. It should work. I'll also make this everyone be able to see, but here we go.
Ooh.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
That's the ship that attacked us. Unknown troops.
So, make
the street unknown
Shut
is
up.
a real
The known is the unknown.
unknown cruisers.
unknown class cruiser.
Yeah.
So, if he is, we could ask the researchers; they might know a bit more. But if he is telling the truth, and they were not, in fact, the ones who attacked Telkin Station, then it could be perhaps that this is a rival organization or whatever else that wanted to shut down their operation. Now, I'm not saying they're good guys, considering they massacred, hundreds of people on Telkin Station and tried to kill us. But they at least might be the enemies of the researchers.
They still. Wait a minute. What? They
Basically, we've been assuming, like out of character, that these are, one organization, that the researchers attacked Telkin Station. But it could be that these are, 2 rival organizations, and with information we found, we just assumed they were working.
But the thing is, they definitely have something in space if they were able to send down an orbital bombardment.
Oh yeah, definitely. We know they have facilities in space. And we were talking to them, and then we said something wrong, and therefore they bombed the shit out of us. So we definitely know that they have some in space.
Sorry to interrupt, but a bit of an intermission. Fuck, just looked over my abilities, and I remember that I forgot to change up some maneuvers. So wanted to ask VDM, would that be okay if I change one maneuver right now? Or
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, alright, thanks.
Yeah, so Anaya, I'm gonna say real quick, because it's your part of my game, as a first session for you. I never force a player to play a character they don't like. So, especially at the beginning of a game, if you make a character you don't quite like, or you didn't build them the correct way, or you did change some things, you can change it. All I ask is you don't do it every single session. Just try to get it locked in within the first couple of sessions. But if you need to change something, that's absolutely fine. So.
Oh no, yeah, alright, I just kind of forgot about it. Used hotkeys so far.
Fine.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess we can let this guy go then. I don't think we're gonna get any more information that's useful to us out of him.
What
Yeah,
will you do after we let you go?
Besides, it is unlikely he'll survive at least a day without the supplies, but freedom is freedom, I guess.
I was part of the Sunblades for 13 years. I'll be fine. But if they know I was captured, I'm not going back to them. I guess I'll just have to start over somewhere else.
Do you have anything that could indicate that you were killed?
Well, they already think I'm dead. Even joining this little group here, I had to fake my own death. They supplied all the credentials. Again, they paid me very, very well. I'll just use that to start over.
So, I've got an idea. Give me your shirt or boots or something, and then we'll burn it at the site they bombed. So then.
Well, they don't need to know.
Yeah, as
They
far as
don't-
it's need his boots and stuff to, escape, live in the desert. So if he wants to take his chances, then that's fine. And
Yeah, I guess we can just let him go then.
I mean, I can give him a ration.
He's part of a mercenary group that was apparently, I can only guess, probably did way more harsher things than this.
yeah, well, you can obviously give him food. That's your choice. It's your food. So
Yeah, I know, like, okay, so out of character, you know about the people, like the Desert Traveler's Code. So when you're traveling in the desert, if you have leftovers, you leave it in the sand. So then whoever is like trapped there can have it. Like for example, you eat a watermelon, you definitely leave the skin in the sand. So then at least there's a source of like water and food for those who run out of it. Like this is just like out of character stuff. Okay, so back in character, yeah, I'm gonna give him some food because like it's like courtesy.
A sense of compassion. Bivu, I'm
Yeah.
going to give you a slight reward. For all intents and purposes, mark this down somewhere. I'm going to give you essentially a D&D term, Bardic Inspiration. I'm going to give you a D6. You can use whatever you want.
Cool.
I'm pulling my leg off the mercenary, hoisting him up and unbinding him.
So you let him go, Alhawk?
Yeah. I mean, if the group wants it.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
we don't.
I
don't
was
think
gonna
he has-
murder him like in cold blood, like a droid, but if the group doesn't want it.
yeah. Out of character, I'm an asshole, but in character, I'm a Jedi, so I'm gonna have to, be.
I know, but Old Hawk doesn't want to
A
alienate.
mercenary's a mercenary, and you can't really blame them.
Yeah, he's just doing his stuff for pay.
That as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, well-
what comes from a mercenary.
But I suppose we let him go, and then we can talk to Mendeley 1 through 3.
And for that sense of thanks, here. And he tosses you essentially a remote control. He tosses it to you, Alhawk.
Wait, what? Okay.
You realize, looking at it, it is a detonator for an explosive.
What is that for?
Fine.
It's for
Which
that
place?
thing right there as he walks off, and he points to the speeder truck. Or the speeder skiff.
I don't think we want to blow that up.
No, but he gave you the controls for it, so he won't do it to
Yeah,
you.
it was more like, he had the detonator on him. He could have blown it up, and since we decided to do him good, he decided to,
Oh, it's
not.
a bomb I could later on.
If you want to try, yeah, Beaver, you can try taking apart a bomb. Go for it.
Hello? Oh?
Yeah, we can hear
We
you.
hear you.
How about we
Wait, okay,
hold
I
off
was
on
cutting out, so
bomb
I
this
couldn't hear, like, yeah, I want to try.
What we try
yeah, like
after we
removing the
interrogate in case of
Leave
an
the ship.
emergency.
Alright, I
Sure.
guess we can leave the mercenary guy, and then we can go on to a scientist.
Yeah, Mendeley 1 through 3.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I'll remove one ration from my inventory.
Okay.
Alright.
And Beaver, you can do the rolls after the interaction with the NPCs here.
Gotcha.
Alright, so, the scientist, what would you all want to do?
Well, I'm just gonna go to the first one, like the nearest one, see if he's already up.
Meanwhile, Anaya is gonna approach the Jin the Jedi.
Mhm.
Hey, Miss Jin, the Jedi.
Yes?
Is it just me, or do you look not that well, not in perfect condition, I might say?
Have been better.
You know, maybe like a bit of a backache, be a toothache.
Yeah, I was shot earlier. It didn't really. You stung a bit.
Unfortunate. Good thing I have remedy just for this, if you don't mind. Anaya is getting out another syringe. This time with a greenish liquid. I swear it'll help you. Definitely. It is definitely not an experimental serum I wanted to try on a Force user. I swear.
This unit
like-
doubts that statement very heavily.
Arvok, if I die, you get my stuff. And I'll take it.
Roll and fine.
So, is that a green light? Green just like the serum itself. Anaya taps the needle a couple of times.
Whoa, sorry, what are you...
Yeah. So, do you give me a green light? The
Oh,
green
yeah.
as the serum itself. And Anaya
Yeah,
taps. The needle a couple
Go
of
ahead.
times. Your hand, please.
I give you my hand.
Sleeve a little bit up, and here you go. You restore 8 hit points.
Oh, thank you. Well, the rather I restore 4. I'm 4 from full, but thank you.
So, to the scientists. I'm gonna check if any one of them is already up. And if not, I'm gonna go to the first one. And they say pain is the best, feeling they have. And I'm gonna break one of their fingers.
Okay,
Wait.
that will definitely wake someone up. But before I do that, I want real quick, I want to have everyone, except for Al-Haq, to go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Where
Fucking
in the-
serum's catched up with me. Oh no.
already.
Oh yeah, fuck's sake.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, the serums.
I like how the dice already interact with the
Five.
others.
That's a nat 1. Oh, I rolled a nat 1.
Yeesh.
5.
Well,
19,
Arvok is
5,
fine. He
5.
gets the big
Holy
lizard
shit.
powers.
Alright, so, Jin, Bivu, and Anaya. Suddenly, you three start to all kind of very, very spontaneously and unusually together have a bit of fit of coughing.
Okay, yeah. I think I think we might be infected with whatever's on this planet.
Fuck's sake.
So suddenly, I'm guessing it. It might not be an infection. It might be perhaps a poison or something from the doctors.
It's either what's on. Well, we need to get off this planet, or we need to beat the dang cure out of these guys.
Fucking pieces
Can I,
of shit. You
can
need
I
to conduct
try-
experiments in suits.
Mhm.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
fuck.
beat them up myself when they wake up.
Your breaking of the finger wakes up one of the scientists. He's got it now gone. You can move him.
Crack.
Well, where am I? What's no, crap. You immediately see this guy is getting extremely nervous very fast.
You got some explaining to do.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna beat you to
You
death
don't need-
myself for violating safety conduct.
I say you want to take a drink of water after that.
Do you have any idea or thoughts about what this thing is that affects the biochassis of my companions?
This guy is quickly, shiftly eyed, looking around, and he goes quickly into a very, very obvious routine of, I'm just a scientist. I'm here to help out the results of the planet. Please, if you let me go, I can direct you to the location.
I'm
where
just gonna.
everything will be-
I'm just gonna slash at the ground at the guy's side, just to basically just shut him up. It just, scare him.
Give me intimidation at advantage.
Damn.
No, okay. What? Damn it. I'm just a scientist. I'm just here to work on chemical compounds and anything. That's all I'm doing. I didn't do anything to these people here.
What is on the planet?
It's something that's going to affect all of the respiratory systems, all of the individuals on this planet. It's all I worked on. I just worked on the distribution mechanism, that's all. Each of us had different assignments. Another scientist has woken up and silently going, "Shut up! Don't say anything!"
I'm going.
If you two talk again, your short lives will be ended immediately.
I'll say anything! Look, these people paid me a lot of money, don't know who they are, don't friend with them, I think they're a bunch of assholes. They just paid me to do distribution of some chemical compound into the atmosphere. That's all I do, it's all I know. I'll tell you anything I know.
That's
Is
trying
there a
to kill us.
distribution station we can disable?
What's the question?
Is there a distribution station we can disable? Or is there any way we can stop this spread?
There's a couple of stations, there's 3 of them that are around Plita. Our main compound of interest was the summit of Plita to see how the locals reacted to the compound. That's all. I set them up myself. I can tell you where they are. Just please don't do anything to me.
You said that you were spreading it to Plita, yet your men and scientists were there, presumably. You have some way of preventing the infection. How do you do it?
We have vials, we have a serum. Experimental, we developed before we released it into the air. Back at our base site, we have spares ones there. I get them to you right now.
You're not going anywhere, but where exactly is the location? What are the GPS signals?
It's in the mesa. It's where you guys were when we chased out of the canyon.
Oh.
The place that was bombarded. Well, that's
What?
Wait a minute.
What
Wait a
do you
minute.
mean bombarded?
bombarded from orbit. The place, the whole facility.
What? And he seems completely baffled by this.
So that was that explosion.
Wait a minute. Are they in the... We picked up some health med kits. Are they in there?
Well,
I remember we picked up like 2 or 3 of them.
let's
Do you,
look
do you have
inside.
any, do you have any secondary facilities?
No, we only had one here to keep the, just to keep people from kind of paying attention. We had the cover story of just, oh my god, we need to get off the planet! If the vials are destroyed by whatever it says, we have to get off the planet! And he's like, thoroughly freaking out now. Even with that revelation, the other scientist that's woken up is also starting to freak out.
Okay.
You said the thing is airborne. How long does it remain potent after this initial dispersion?
The last canister that we hooked up is going to last for probably another week.
We gotta
That was
take
2
that
days
out.
ago!
Where is that the distribution station right now?
The closest one, and he looks like it is bearings. There's one that's within the middle of the mesa, and there's 2 more, the south and north of Plita. It's essentially a triangle configuration to make sure that the wind coverage will cover Plita.
All
Which
right.
one is the latest one? The north, south, or
The mesa, the mesa one. I can take you there right now.
This is now... You know your lives are on the line if you don't help us.
You said the camp was destroyed by what? Why? Who? This is supposed
Well,
to be hidden.
Could
We
I
can
play
we
what
can
I
only
saw
assume
over my
you're-
photoreceptors to them as a hologram over my wristpad, so they believe us?
Okay, second Alhawk, then Arvak was talking. Arvak, what are you saying?
Can I show them what I saw over my photoreceptors?
No,
as a
Arvak, give me 1 second. Arvak, what are you saying?
I'm saying... Yeah.
I'm trying to get you in turn
I'm
because you're over talking each other, so that's why. Arvak, what are you saying?
I'm trying to say that, like, I can't remember now. God dang it.
Okay, think about it. Alhawk, what are you saying then?
Okay. Fuck. Wait, give me a moment. Okay.
Good grief.
Can I show them what I saw
Well-
over my photoreceptors, the bombardment, the turbo laser bolts flying down.
You had it recorded?
I saw them. But can I, what I saw, show them as a hologram?
That brings up the question, though, is are you actively recording everything you see, or...
I mean,
I'm guessing
why
you're
wouldn't I?
recording in your memory banks or something.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I record?
I'll give it to you. Maybe it's like a police thing where it records like the last hour, 2 hours, and then you get just like automatically goes through.
Yeah.
We'll go. That's
Yeah,
fine.
like that.
Yeah, you pull it up, and yeah, the scientist looks completely ashen-faced, and even the other scientist who has woken up, the one that was telling him to shut, goes, "Why would they do that? We're just about to get a breakthrough. Why would they do that?"
Probably your employers did not want to have this leaked out.
Covering the tracks, silencing all the witnesses.
No, you don't understand. The amount of resources put into this operation was phenomenal amount. What they've done, they would not do that to wipe out. They would take up what we have down here. We've just been sending up. Now this is the other scientist talking. We've been sending up data relays along with infected personnel for the last month. This makes no sense.
Where were you sending them?
Don't know. A shuttle comes in every 2 days, and they pick up the data reports. But the main distribution, the main study, and even the trials and the construction of the compound was done here on site.
They didn't know you were heading to the facility when they attacked it. I'm guessing they were perhaps tired of paying for you. Perhaps they'd already gotten what they needed.
Harvak, do you remember anything else before the bombardment happened?
Well, I remember it was me and that guy over there, and also Neil, holding up those 2 scientists that was there. But the thing is, there was some comms thing called in. They wanted to know what was happening. Well, I couldn't have delivered anything. They wanted their superior, officer on deck or to call in while the chase was happening. So I couldn't do that. So I had to, cut the comms. And I guess that was I don't know, maybe 10 minutes before the bombardment happened.
So perhaps they weren't silencing the witnesses, perhaps they're just cutting their losses. In any case, they'll probably not be returning with the ship then, since they know that this facility is compromised. We need to perhaps see, maybe there are observatories or anything on this planet that have been watching its space. If we can see the shuttle back where it came from, maybe follow it.
I want to investigate those med packs we picked up, because I want to assume that we picked them up and they were in those medical packs. I want to assume that those cure things are in them.
Our first priority should be disabling these distribution stations. Bivu, can you contact your clans and tell them to go for one, so we cover more ground more efficiently?
If it is already started 2 days ago, then the disease is already spread. It might probably too late. There is no reason to rush. Obviously, we should destroy them, but we've already been infected.
It's not like we can stop further infection.
That's why I'm thinking.
The sooner we get the samples, the quicker we can make an antidote.
Yeah, exactly. What we need to get a hold of the antidote. If the medikits probably do not contain the antidote, perhaps you can find it in their base. And
all right, so real quick,
since more of it.
When you go to the medical supplies, you do find one that has 2, essentially hypospray doses of a unknown compound. And looking at it, it does have on it writing that this is essentially experimental vaccine compound X13.
Could you use the samples to synthesize more of the vaccine?
Oh yeah. I think I just need tools though. I do not have
We
anything.
could ask the scientists for a concrete question. Can this compound be reproduced if we have the original on hand?
This was a vastly complex strain. I mean, we had everything to make the current strain compound in the vaccine at the site, but if it's been destroyed, no.
Would the distribution centers have similar enough material to, or
There is
facilities
that big,
to?
there is that big city like that was supposed to pick up my ship.
Yeah, they might have the facilities needed. The problem is if we're all affected by disease, will they all just spread it by going there?
If we're infected, most likely the city's infected already. Because this is supposed to be a planet-wide infection.
True.
I say we get Beaver to call in the Javas to destroy those distributing tower things, so we can, because they are also at risk of infection.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
I think you've mistaken something about our people. We're scavengers. We're engineers. We're scientists. We do digging.
Well,
we sometimes
those
petty
Are
stuff,
these
but
those
we're not
towers are probably very
fighters.
valuable.
We can.
scientists? Are these
Like,
stations guarded
Oh,
in any
how
major
about-
way?
How about your clan not destroy the statue, but scavenge them? You know.
Okay, I can't like and information. Like there's no way I would let my
Gonna
people.
just tell them to dismantle it.
Oh,
But do we want to do that?
Are the
Or could
stations
accidentally-
guarded? I ask the scientists. Are the stations guarded?
No, they're just partly well hidden. They look like moisture
No,
evaporators.
like
Well, that
we
solves
don't
the problem,
we
Beaver.
don't do.
If it's gonna infect,
I mean,
if it's gonna kill like humans, it's gonna kill
Like-
the Jawas. We at least can get them to dismantle them and then sell the part.
All right, real quick.
You just
Beaver,
had-
what are you saying?
You guys just got like the remote control, right? And there's the shit.
Yeah, that's for the car.
For truck, which is disabled.
What we could presumably do is we know where the facility in this area, where it is, or the scientists lead us there. If it is slightly enough protected, we could just, destroy it and then head to the other two and destroy those as well.
We only have one speeder though. One
We have
sand
two
truck.
We have two
Yeah, the
speeders
skip.
and one sand truck.
Hmm.
We have two speeders. We have the destroyed truck, and we have the sand crawler.
I say we split up. I say Beaver and like Alhawk take the speeder to get Beaver back to his sand crawler to report back to his people about the success, and also to quote unquote.
I must object to
Gavin.
that.
Well, what? Why?
I don't feel very secure in my being going to a Sandcrawler station.
Couldn't we just, go to this facility since we are here already? Then
Only-
head back to the Javas,
Hello?
get our ship, and then
Yeah,
just use
Beaver?
a turbolator to destroy the facilities.
I'm just saying that we have 5 people, but only like room for like a Jawa and someone else on the speeder, and then the skiff for like 3 people and a giant droid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We get our ship back. We use lasers on the ship to blow up the facilities.
But the ship is still like not
Yeah.
entirely,
Well, the Javas were
operational.
fixing it.
The
Like,
the
as
Jawas
part
were
of
fixing.
payments.
Yeah, but the Jawas were also dismantling it actively.
Beaver, I can't hear you if you're talking right now. The microphone is lighting up, but no sound is coming. No
Beaver?
sound.
I think he might have gone again.
No, it's...
Hello.
Yes,
Now,
yes, we can hear you
now.
now.
Okay, so what happened?
I'm just trying to make a plan to just get all the Ding Chows at the same time, like efficiently without it spreading more.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like from my years of in experience, you never split the party. Clear said front, keep fast and heart and all that stuff, but
Well,
still, like, like we
that's-
have the speeders, and so one should just all go from one facility and destroy them. Oh,
we don't. Yeah, we have the speeders, but they don't fit 5 people.
I mean, or do they?
No, they don't.
How large
The guy
are
was-
speeders?
Not to mention, we have scientists here, and also that guy that needs to be dropped off at town.
well,
That
yeah,
guy-
the scientist guy can take the the random guy can take the sandcrawler, and to be fair, you fit 3 people on your speeder.
The guy
And
was
Beaver
like
is
guy was, like,
very small,
totally
so
slung over the ding. Over
yeah,
the ding car.
but I'm saying like Beaver is very small, so like he could presumably fit like with 2 of us, and then the 2 others can take the other speeder, and then the scientist can go get fucked.
Yeah, remember,
Because
you
they're-
guys
because they're,
have this too. Parked nearby.
Yeah, but it's way more slower than the speeders.
yeah.
That's why I
but
want
we could-
someone.
Well, the guy
The
saved
scientists,
drug-
didn't they say that one of the stations was really close?
Yeah.
How about we just disable that and then plan around the other ones?
I just suggest that like Beaver get like his job or 2 on a hot scavenging mission on one of one of those attackers like tower things that they can just.
Yeah, but let's first disable the nearest station and then try to communicate with them.
By the way, Bill, if you're talking something, we can't hear you. Currently.
Yeah, you might be screwed.
Wait, who? Mine?
No,
Beaver.
Bill.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, we can. Fine, we can try and do that.
Yeah,
Who-
just try talking Beaver, like I talking.
we can't. Wait a minute. We can't even bring the scientists back to town. They'd be shred to pieces by the townsfolk.
Well, yeah, fuck them.
Well, this thing scientists
We
can do
leave
is
them in the
to help-
desert.
Is to help produce a antidote. Would be pretty decent, I think. Including
The
fact that
antidotes
they
can't be.
are very old,
The antidote
very
can't be
processed.
reproduced at this point.
What we need to do is we need to find their main base, because presumably they have more of this.
There
stuff
is no
than we
main.
did.
There is no main base. The only main base
not
was.
on this planet.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna last that long until we find that main base.
Well, the disease has been going on for weeks, and people haven't, died yet. They've just been sick, so presumably we have some time. And if not, like I'm
gonna ask
do
the
have-
I'm gonna ask the scientist if the dang thing is lethal.
and this is out of character stuff, but next level I can't pick up a power that lets me cure diseases with the force.
Is there
I'm gonna
force?
ask the scientist if the dang infection's lethal.
After, yes. The initial strain, no, we built this from the ground up. But after, we've been experimenting with various versions. They've been getting deadlier and deadlier. This one currently that's in the air right now is lethal for about 40% of the population within a month.
A month. We.
Wait. Is this a poison or a virus?
It's a poison.
If it's
Airborne.
a poison, then it could come useful for us later on.
We're not gonna use poison against other people.
I mean, not necessarily against people per se.
Well, the problem is that this poison is designed to be airborne, so we use it on one person, then we end up by
Well,
killing hundreds we don't want to kill. So that's probably not the best idea.
Since I have a full proficiency in biotech, can I just ask the scientist for the formula?
I'm sorry, but biotech is like the one for implants, for cybernetics. Biochemist.
Yeah, but then I know like a bit about biology. I know a bit about biology and chemistry. I'm not like pure engineer.
Let's see. Go ahead and give me a. You can do a. You want to get a roll to get an idea of what's going on? Beavu?
Like what's going on in terms of.
Essentially, what he's going to say is that all of their stuff is too complex to say offhand. They didn't have it in a data pad. All the stuff was on the machinery at the base camp that was struck by the orbital bombardment.
Oh. Well, at least it's a chemical compound. There's got to be like a combination for that, right? Like that's just a symbol.
Presumably they have, samples at the dispersion center, especially if they are sending it out.
Like if
so we can go there and even take some samples.
That is true.
Yes, we can get samples, but if we have the name of the chemical, we can also recreate it ourselves.
Well,
Once you know-
knowing the name and knowing how to make it are two different things.
Out of character, this reminds me a bit of the Blue Shadow virus.
Look, look. Okay, what is the plan? What are we doing? Because
First, we're gonna disable the nearest station, and then we're gonna see how we're gonna organize the stuff from there.
If it is there, but the person is on guard, then we can presumably have the job or just nick it. Yeah. Do the Java thing.
Let's confirm
guards,
if the station is unguarded.
Okay, but what are we doing first? Are we just getting the guy to drop off the guys at the town or something?
No, first we're gonna drag them over to the station, and then we're gonna see.
With what? They can't fit like 1, 2.
They said it's pretty near, not far away.
Yeah, like we can have like one guy, have like two people on a speeder, go get a sandcrawler, take all the scientists in the sandcrawler, and take that to the dispersion facility.
Between the sandcrawler, the two speeders, and if you want to do Beaver's idea of pulling a skid, you can move everyone if you so wish.
I don't think we need a skid because we get two people on the each of the speeders, and we did fit the entire party in the sandcrawler.
Yeah,
so.
transportation won't be much of an issue right now. At least for the
Okay,
first
I
one.
guess.
Worst comes to worst,
this-
I can just drag them behind us.
Okay, let's go. We're running out of time here. We're burning time.
Yeah, let's go.
We've been burning time for like a long time. That's not what we want.
I pull up the scientist and show us the way to the nearest station.
And he points back in the direction, kind of where y'all came from, towards the broken down mesa. He goes,
Well,
it's not that far actually. We could even walk our spears. We can get there within probably the next hour's walk travel.
well, can you withstand the heat for so long while walking?
It is nightfall.
Yeah, it is nightfall, so it's fairly cold right now.
Oh. We should still take the speeders.
All
Yes,
right.
For comfort.
Okay, so the group, between the various means of transportation you have amongst you, you're able to, for the first sight at least, get there relatively easy. And as you move about, as the scientist said, about an hour's worth of travel, you do come to the location of the, all intents and purposes, looks like a moisture evaporator. There's a portable generator that is kind of powering it right now, and it's slowly getting off the hum of, well, doing its job. And the scientist goes, it's that right there. I was here 2 days ago, it has it.
I'm nearing that thing and just pulling out the energy source.
Wait, no.
Why?
Wait, like, are you doing it, like, are you destroying it forcefully?
No, I'm
or-
disabling it.
Okay.
Just shutting it off, so I'm I'm the one who's immune to this poison. So the nearer you go, maybe the higher you have a chance to get infected, who knows. So I just approach it, pull out the plug, and then I wait till the machine stops. And then I tell the others that they come near.
And that's
I
exactly how it
got
happens. There's no booby trap, there's no guards. Yeah, you successfully, easily deactivate it.
Which one of these canisters are the poison?
You ask this to Bevo or to the scientist?
Both.
The scientist does mention that he can take out the canister. Bevo, you look at the machinery as you open up essentially the panel to the moisture evaporator, and it's a very, very complex essentially distribution machine to give
Ooh.
off this chemical that's inside this thing.
Oh wait, hold on. Scientific method as my feat and also crafter, so like I can understand complex equipment and machinery really quickly.
Bloody Javas.
Oh, I also have this feature, by the way. Yeah, scientific method bros.
Is it on your character sheet currently, or is it an ability?
It's on Fantasy Grounds character sheet. I haven't done
I'm
all
gonna-
like
you
my
got it,
entire.
I see. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it. Let's see.
Scientific method. So it's like I've got like so many proficiencies, so at least one of them has to hit the jackpot. Right? Like
Okay.
it's related. Okay.
No, but the fact that this was hidden, now the machinery itself is, it's just a distribution. Essentially, it puts the chemical compound into the atmosphere. It's all it does. It just does it in a complex way for this compound itself being complex. But the fact that the compound itself is hidden and not normal, it is, from what you both can gather, from you scientifically minded, I would say, or biotech for that matter, this compound is vastly complex on the way it's built. And for all intents and purposes, the way it is, from a quick scan of, since you have the vial, you can get it very easy. Initial scan of it does show that this thing is affecting everyone's possibility respiratory system.
Now
Yeah,
that's
that-
one down. How many
Yeah.
more are there?
There's two more I remember.
Yep, one to the north and one to the south of Plita.
Do we remember like how like can we tell how close the Jawas are to that one? Like the big
is
Jawa
plan,
group?
is the plan actually to have the Jawas get the other ones?
I want to make that plan because we can just have them literally just go and dismantle it. Because
Well, the thing is, we can probably get them before the Javas. Their speed is not that quick, and they're like further away from Plita than we are at this point.
that's why I'm
There's
asking
a-
how. That's why I'm asking how close are the Jawas? Can we like tell?
So there is one Jawa community, I would say, that would be able to get to the southern one relatively fast. The northern one is essentially out in the boondocks.
Yeah. So I want to. How about we can contact that group of Jawas and tell them that the raiders or the group have been, dealt with, and that this trade route is safe, so we can get them on our side, and ask them to dismantle one of their things. So
It might help if we, instead of having it seem like we're asking
tell
them
them the
something.
truth.
Yeah, either that, or we could say that there's a like this. We can tell them the truth, and also there's some fancy tech up there you can probably take it for free.
yeah,
'Cause
basically.
they're not looking at it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then they can take some security measures instead of going there buck naked for the respiratory systems.
Wait. I asked the scientist, how much is the equipment worth?
The distribution here, I mean, not that much. It'd be good for the right individual. The compound to the right people, priceless. I mean, this is
Well,
something that has not been done that I'm aware of.
I don't think we want to let the Jawas handle with a dangerous compound.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good point.
Scavengers!
What?
Scavengers! Do you not understand what scavengers do? We don't commit
but you
mass
take-
murder.
You take
Well,
things and
still.
sell them, and the people you sell them might have less scruples about
With all
using
these
it.
I
distribution,
don't think we're talking about
We don't-
mass
we don't-
murder.
No,
do
we
not
just
mind
don't
if
want.
I
We just
take
don't
the-
want them
All right.
selling it off.
Okay,
See,
I do
well-
need to stop in right now because there's too much damn over talking to everyone right now.
Yeah.
We need to work on this because, yeah, it's a bit extreme right now. If someone's talking, you need to wait until they stop talking before you interject. Because right now it's hard to hear anyone when 4 people are trying to talk at one time. So we need to work on this. But I'm trying to slowly get everyone at one time, but please. So right now, I want to hear from top to bottom in Discord such order. Arvok, what's your idea on this?
I'm not saying they're gonna use it. I'm saying that we don't want them selling it off.
All right, Anaya?
Talking about selling them off and also mass murder, you do not mind if I take those compounds for safekeeping? I mean, those could prove very, very valuable, not only to us, but to a biochemistry field research in general. If they're not like used for genocide, of course.
All right, Bivu, what's your idea on this?
Okay, so since it's not worth getting into, and it's like you don't want the Jawa to get their hands on the poisonous gas, so basically getting my people to disable it that's not gonna happen. So yeah, we're just gonna go to each one, disable them, and then you can make sure that it does not fall into the wrong hands.
All right, Jin, what's your idea?
Oh, it's basically the same thing Arvok was saying. So
Right.
yeah, I agree with everything else we've been saying.
All right, and Alhak?
Okay, these canisters with the poison in them. Without the distribution stations, that poison is pretty harmless. Like if we were to just, drop it to the ground, let it flow out into the ground, it would be harmless, right?
Well, if it goes into the water supply, it will get bad. The reason why we chose the air distribution because it can have the most coverage of everyone around. If anyone drinks this, they're definitely getting. We had an issue with the effectiveness going down because of the aerosol nature. A direct contact with a portion of the compound is much more effective, but it's harder to get a population affected.
Okay.
So presumably, if we have an incinerator
We
or something,
hold up.
that way.
Well, then we need to warn the Javas to not drop these canisters. Just pull them out, leave them to the side, so they don't touch it. We need to tell them that it's pretty dangerous to touch them.
Okay, now for all intents and purposes, Jaws are scavengers, but they're not stupid. If they
Yeah.
realize that a compound can kill them, they're not going to sit there and just like start dragging it in, playing it with like Play-Doh. So if you tell them what this stuff is, yeah, they might take the machinery, but they're probably going to either give you the compound or leave it there because they don't want to touch something that's essentially going to kill themselves.
Yeah, that was I was about to tell them. Like, we could just say that this compound is very dangerous, rather than just not let them have handled it, or just deal with it.
And explain what it does as well.
Uh-huh. So, can we do that? So, do we want to do that plan?
Yeah.
And we can just head off to the farther one?
Yeah, sounds good. Get time to fix up our ship anyways, so we can get that.
Okay. Beaver, you have that connection, right? You can probably just call them.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell my other clan members. So I will tell them about the unclaimed distribution towers that are worth something. That at least it's worth the what do you call it? The oil money. Yeah, and then I'll also warn them about the chemical compounds, so then they won't think about touching it, right? If that's what you want.
We just want them
So-
to literally just dismantle them and also be careful with the compound.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this to them instead of what you guys use, change the phrasing, so then they won't think that you're trying to hide something from them, hide something valuable from them. All right. Okay. So, yep, I will be sending this through my my wrist pad, data pad.
Okay, So for that matter, you're essentially gonna get a response, Bivu, that one of the clans that have a crawler nearby, the southern evaporator, is going to dismantle it, and because they're essentially given the machinery, they're going to meet at the site of the ship that's essentially being sold off, Arbok's ship, and they're going to return the compound to you. In return, they're keeping the machinery for the distribution.
Sure. Deal.
All right then.
All right, we'll get the last one.
But we also need it. Okay, but that one's gotta be pretty far, and we still have a full. We have like 3 scientists and 1 guy. We can.
Well, it is north of Beta, so we could just drop them off with at Beta, and then take the speeders north.
Yeah, I guess we can just. Yeah, we could probably just do that.
Yeah, although then again, the Sun is probably unwelcome in Placer, but well, fuck them. They're making bioweapons.
I mean, when I first met you guys, weren't you guys getting in a fight in the pub? Like, maybe you might want to clear the name, so perhaps drop them off at the town's police station?
That thing is that police station, you remember, is kind of
Blown up.
destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's getting rebuilt and the officers aren't dead, their post is gone, that's all.
Basically, I suppose it depends what we want to do with the scientists. We can either leave them here, or we can take them back to get lynched.
I say we just that one guy's fine. He just needs to get back to the town. Those 3 guys, they're not going to be lasting long.
Yeah, these are scientist type, not survivors. And so, honestly, thinking about it right now, you leave them here, they're probably gonna die. You take them to town, it's probably gonna be old town mob justice. If you tell them the town what they did.
Oh, like death by stoned to death, yeah.
So the lead scientist goes, or the one that you've been talking to, the most helpful, goes, please, I told you everything, where everything's at. Can you please just let us go? Our ship's coming tomorrow. We can just take that ship and just tell them that everything got destroyed, so we won't return. But shit, if they destroyed the ship, or damn it, I don't know. But it's supposed to come tomorrow.
Where is the ship supposed to land?
At the site where you said that was bombarded, there's a landing pad there. The ship comes every 2 days.
Is there like another spot where they rarely use it, but then they still use that?
No, like I said, the only site we knew of was just the one here, so we can keep the amount of suspicion down at all. And there's always just one transport from surface to orbit. There's always a ship in orbit every 2 days that comes in to collect the.
I got an idea. Is this planet are Tuscans here? Are Tuscans on this planet?
There's no Tuscan Raiders on Bimil, no.
Wait, there is or not? Like, I didn't hear you.
There's not, no.
Dang it. I was gonna blame it on the Tuscans. Crap, never mind then.
I mean, Tuscans were gonna call you a bigot if you wanna suggest that.
I was gonna say that, like, a massive Tuscan raid attacked the camp.
That is racist. You can't put everything on the Tuscans.
They don't like anyone that's not themselves.
I'll take our chances. Can you just leave us here, please?
We can just drop you off at the now ruined camp.
Well, they can just walk there.
Alright then. I guess we just leave them.
Won't get first.
Alright, I guess we just leave them at the ruined camp then.
Okay. So.
Also, which one of you tried to fire at the Jedi?
What?
Oh, it was the mercenaries in the truck.
Well, wasn't there more blasters? I remember counting more than one blaster and multiple shots.
I'm gonna investigate the wreckage. Wait, no, I'm not there anymore. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm just here to build and study. I'm not here to start no fight, no war. No.
I see. Well, I have nothing more to say. We need to get to the distribution station right now.
Well, the last one now.
Hmm.
Well, oh, by the way, since we're like currently at the distribution tower, can I salvage anything? Like, remember I need crafting materials
If
for.
you really want to spend time to do it, yeah.
Okay, so just a quick one. Like, it's not a thorough one.
How much time do you want to spend here?
Maybe like 5 minutes. See what I can get.
You can get like 2 credits worth of like a door panel.
2 credits. Okay.
We could just come back or take the station with us.
There's no time. We have to do space combat later on.
What?
What?
Yeah, I'm
Where
not,
did
sure
you
you
get-
I'm not sure you're getting that from, right?
Yeah, well, space combat? What?
What?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go for the last one.
I think you're just getting a bit too excited.
You want spaceship combat. Alright, so you all move, you traverse using the 2 speeders. Just essentially getting yourselves spinning on there. You do get to the northernmost.
Wait, do we pass by the town?
I'm actually gonna ask that, yeah. Do you want to go past, it's gonna be a little bit out of the way, but it's gonna be essentially indirectly in the way, I would say.
I want to drop off that guy there.
Which guy?
The guy that was with us at the camp.
Oh, didn't we let them go?
No, that was the
Yeah, that was actually one of the slaves that was captured.
the slaves. I want to let the slave go at the camp at
Yeah,
the
it was one guy.
town. Or
Mm-hmm.
You can stop close enough to where he can walk his way there.
yeah, I guess we can do that.
Yeah.
Also, I would please tell the occupants of the city to cover their respiratory systems with something for a while. For at least 2 days.
Yeah, okay. He's kind of overheard everything that's been going on and is a bit white-faced the entire time.
Well, I can imagine.
So,
Yeah.
after several hours, not that much time, probably about a couple hours, I would say, being on the speeders, you eventually get to the northernmost site. Again, it's not guarded. They want to draw attention to it. It just looks like a collection of moisture evaporators. The thing is, there's more than one. Actually, this is a field of evaporators. And the scientist isn't with you right now, so how do you want to deal with this? There's about 7 of them. Obviously, you can sit there and disable all of them, but it's how do you want to proceed forward, I would say.
Wait. Can you describe that again?
So
The
you
7
you
of
get,
those.
Yeah, you get to essentially a farm of moisture evaporators. There's 7 of them on this field.
How about we just wait a minute?
Oh,
How about you just investigate the dang those things and try and find like which one is not normal from the rest of them from the inside.
Or would I just pull the power plug from each one of them?
I don't want to just get someone angry for no reason.
So as you all get as you all get close, you do realize that there are essentially a couple tags on the ground at the vicinity of the evaporators. Everyone go ahead and give me really quick before we move further in a perception roll, please.
Wow. Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, boy.
Jin, are you wanting to purposely roll hidden dice?
Oh, yeah, I was just testing some
Yes,
abilities.
that's
but
actually hidden for me also, so you actually hide it from everyone, I guess.
Damn it. Okay, I'll just roll it again. That was annoying. I got a 19. Okay, let's see. Oof.
It's fine.
5. Okay.
Actually, Beaver's the one that actually noticed the most. So, let me see if this whispering works correctly. Let's see. /whisper.
Wait, don't forget for
Are we rolling? Perception?
Anaya.
Nope, that
We're
worked.
rolling
Once and
perception.
was just away.
We're rolling perception.
That's fine. One of you got it. Essentially, Bivu can translate, explain. So, because, yeah, that roll, and I was pretty bad. But, Bivu, you yourself, and even Alhawk will be able to see that this is essentially a warning border of this moisture evaporator farm. belonging to a individual, and the fact that it is a farm, it is protected by automated machinery to unauthorized inhabitants, wildlife or intruder, both.
Is it the same turrets that we saw back at the like at the base, at the orbital strike site?
No, because those are hidden. These ones are not hidden, but they are covered in a shell. So it's a different make, and I would say for Bevo, you would notice automatically because you're Jawa on this planet. There are certain communities and establishments and farms that do have automated turrets. In fact, your clan's probably sold a couple of them that are meant to essentially guard between any type of raiders or a lot of type of like wildlife that might come in to cause havoc. These things tend to be either non-lethal or lethal, but they do try to dissuade other people from coming in and doing what you might do or wildlife. So it's probably not military grade.
Understood. I'd like to try to recall the owner, the name of the owner of the farm.
Well, you want to try to recall? Okay, go ahead and give me a, if you have the skill for it. Let's see.
Lore?
I was going to say history or lore. Yeah, give me a lore roll. Lore roll's fine.
Legendary.
Wow, there's a lot going in this game right now. Yeah, in fact, Bevu, just to make it easy, you personally were part of the clan, maybe the group of your Jawa clan that sold and set up these turrets. So, you actually know where to go to, well, obviously you usually have the codes to disable them, but you know where to go to the access panel to actually do this manually without being shot at. So you can very easily go there.
Oh, so I know how to evade them and disable them.
So they're remotely controlled, so they're remotely activated. But to disable them is either through a remote control, which the owner will have, or a control panel that is hidden that you set up. Since you rolled a natural 20, I'll give you that. So you know where to go to actually disable this thing.
Can we call over the owner? Like, does he see the automated systems? Like, does it have a camera feed where he can see us?
Bevo, he was a bit poor enough to do automated surveillance, so it's just set to dissuade opponents from approaching, or wildlife approaching. So no surveillance.
Do you have his ID number?
He does. It's a person to Plitza.
Well, do we need to call him? Like, if he knows where they, like, you know, just disable it, then he can just walk up and do it.
No. He can. The guy probably knows what is new here. Like, one of the distributors is not his. Because it has been hidden in the mass.
Oh yeah, we could actually do. You can maybe Bevu can just call the guy and like tell him about the how there's like an imposter thing.
Yeah, like a mimic. Haha.
Bevu, what do you say?
Like, okay, so yeah, that could work. Yeah, we could get the owner, and then maybe I can like we can do it like diplomacy.
Yeah, I guess we can do. Yeah, you can just call the guy and maybe just try and get him over you here.
Yeah, maybe I could just say I'm here to like repair the turret or something.
Well, no, asking him to just point out the fake in the group.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Okay, so Bevu, you gonna try to contact this guy on the comms or the comm link?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so having this information from being part of the group that actually sold it to this guy, after a few seconds, you get a reply on the comm link going, "Oh, no, this is I don't want to buy anything. I don't need anything. If I need anything to sell, I will call you. Why are you calling me, Jawa?" Okay, it hangs up.
Oh,
I
come on.
think BB tried to reply, but his mic didn't pick it up.
I think his mic's screwed up.
Yeah.
That's fine. What do you say? What do you see, Beaver?
Are you there, Beaver?
Bevu.
God damn it, he's gone again.
Yeah. Just write what you reply.
Okay, we'll make it easy. Through various means of communication, essentially what will happen is the logical choice, I would say, again, you can interrupt me if you want to, is that you would just tell this guy that, hey, something's going on, and you just want to make sure the schematics of the planage of the moisture evaporators is correct, showing you that one of them is off the mark. Since B was the one that sold it with that natural 20, I'll give him. He actually sends Bivu a schematic of the layout of the planage of the moisture evaporators, and you immediately can see which one is not true.
Well, I just approach it and pull out the plug.
Okay. And that is
yeah,
easy enough.
And that's it. We're done with all of them.
Yeah, I think if we're not taking it with us, we should probably just take the container itself with us. We're not going to just like be able to just turn it back on again.
Yeah, I just carry the stuff back to the speeders.
Yeah, I think Beaver's gone fully. He's like...
Yeah, he's talking, but he's not picking it up.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's all of them done. We got them all. We just need to hope that this thing can work.
Hello.
Yes,
Oh, you're
hello.
back. But hey,
We
Welcome.
we can hear you again now.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. Okay, good.
We
good.
took care of it, though, so your job's done.
What? It's done?
Yep.
you entirely cut out like for the...
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just, Bio is so
Okay.
powerful that he doesn't even need to be present to get his job
Yeah.
done.
We worked
Okay.
on off your
You rolled
setup.
you rolled a nat 20, so we could just give you that.
Yeah, I'm giving that 20 as the result for it, so.
Alright, so we got all the things. I guess the only thing we need to do now is just report back to the Java group. Because we got all the... We disabled all those like container things. We can just... We just need to hope that this virus thing wears off.
Or yeah, and we what you probably should try to do is try to find whether like main bases, because I presumably have more of the facility, vaccine.
Yeah, maybe, just maybe some of their faculties are gonna be intact.
My only guess is that we can make more of the cure if the town that I contacted a long time ago actually has a laboratory.
It is
Because
a
it's
bigger
a
town.
What?
It is a bigger town, so it's the main port on Plata.
Yes.
It's the main port on Vimeo.
Yes.
That is definitely an option. Like we can go there and well then we'd have to reverse engineer the serum and then create more of it. If we can get to their facility, they probably have the notes on like how they made it, so then you don't have to do the reverse like engineering part of it. You just make more.
We don't have notes.
Exactly, we need to go to their base and find the notes. Like they
I
have
don't
a base somewhere off-world. You need to find it. They are making bioweapons and spreading them out. We should probably stop them from doing that.
Look, I say we need to hope that we can just engineer the dang cure on this planet so we can get this crap out of our system.
Literally,
And then we can
and-
worry about off-planet bases.
Well, the thing is, like, if it takes months to like reverse engineer the whole serum, then we must save a lot of time by going to their main base.
No, it takes months to get the serum to be lethal.
But we don't know like the physical makeup of the serum. Like we have, of course, the actual cure, but we don't know how to make it, which will need time and experimentation to find out how to do it.
Yeah, we only have a month.
Well, I mean, we can also, pick those scientists back up that were involved in the producing of the serum directly. They might be of help. But that's
No, they're not gonna help us. They're definitely gonna be hiding at this point. The only plan I have right now is get my ship and get it to the town, and then hope that the main town has some sort of laboratory so we can just begin trying to make a cure for this. Because we don't have... It's not really that easy to just track down a hidden fleet's laboratory on different planets.
Yeah, but it's also not that easy to make a cure.
Yeah, any better ideas? Because that's the only idea I have.
Well, I mean, I was not to brag, but I was the best in my class. I might be of use here.
And I say we should get that ship back to town so we can get to that laboratory that we hope it's in that town.
The problem is, like, the people that, bombed the shit out of us are still up in orbit. So, if we just go there and it's like, take some weeks to start making a cure, what's to stop them from just attacking again?
That was only just to cover the trail. They're probably going to be heading out anytime, because they've already cut their losses. If they destroy the main
We should at
camp.
least check. We should at the very least check, because if they are up there in orbit, then then it's a lot easier to just assault them or attack them.
Then how do we check?
Poke our head off. If they shoot us, then they're there.
Poke our head at what? It's
Take the ship, fly up.
I
Yeah, I think Jim broke up this time.
yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Like, we have the Javas are fixing a ship. We go in the ship.
They're not fixing the
turn on
ship.
the engines and fly up.
They're not. They didn't. They fixed it, but they also actively dismantled it.
Yeah, and that was part of the price to fix it up to operation, like to be fully operational.
Yeah,
That
but
was
we
part
don't
of
know
the
if
deal.
but we don't know if everything's operational because they did repair. It was that they repaired it with the parts, and then they progressively dismantled it. We don't know how much is dismantled. Plus, we have that ship dock at the dang town that's supposed to pick up the ship.
They hadn't had time to fully disassemble it, and now they're reassembling it. The things they stole and are not giving back were like the innards, the fucking everything that's personal belongings inside the ship itself. Like the frame they left untouched because they were like that takes time.
We're getting
And
sidetracked.
the original deal was to fix the ship.
Look, okay, what's the plan here? I don't like. Wait, are we
First-
going back to the Jawas? Are we gonna try and scavenge the planet for the base? Are we gonna try
No,
and
no,
get
no,
them?
no. Arvek. First, we go back to Javas, take a ship, scour the planet for the base, and then look if something's in the orbit at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jin, I think, was planning all along.
Look, look. Let's just get back to the Jawas.
Yeah.
So, the journey back to the Jawas, after essentially removing the camps and what has been attacking the Jawa settlements, on the journey back, you essentially come upon the same site as before. The ring of crawlers that is around the trailer of your own ship, Arvok. Now, as you're seeing the ship, for the most part, they have been reassembling it. Now, initially, they were fixing this thing to have it sold to the one clan that was going to take it, but they were taking the Eternal stuff that was not bolted down essentially out. So, as you come across the ship in the various means of transportation you have with you, your ship, for all intents and purposes, Arvok, is rebuilt.
Don't we have to like build it from scratch though to make it a ship in the
No, they hadn't disassembled it yet. Like that's
No, I
the
mean
thing.
no. I mean in game, like D&D wise, like we still have to settle that.
Well,
Like
we
the
only need that. We only need that stats block if we're actually going to use it in like ship combat.
And for all intents and purposes, to that question for you, Arvok, actually, I have a template that is done as a base, and it's workable. And from there, you can essentially tweak some stuff if you need to have it changed. And the reason why is because, well, if something does happen, it's nice to have a template. But I have essentially the base built of the ship, and I did use the initial kind of choice that was in chat from before of the cargo version of, can't remember the name of the ship offhand.
It was the IV 100 light cruiser. I think that was. No, that wasn't that one.
I have it written down in fantasy grounds. Give me a second, real quick. Is if I can find the actual vehicles. Where are you at?
Oh yeah, the IV929.
NPCs. Is this? Oh,
I seem to call
it is rebuilt. You have a base version right now of the ship.
I feel certain this was the one we were talking about.
Yes.
Huh.
But again, this is what I did just to have a template for the game. This can be fully customized or rebuilt by the book when we actually get to it. If we need to get to it, or we just stick with this version. But that can be done outside of the game because I want to spend time doing that in game. But as it is, you do have a ship right now. Just look at it as an abstract version of it for all intents and purposes right now. But it is essentially much better condition than it was when it hit the planet at a fast speed.
Mm-hmm.
And to your eyes, Arvok, it looks serviceable to fly.
Good.
Okay, so the way I'm at least thinking is we head up just to see if they are in orbit, and if they're not, then we head to the city and start working on a cure. Because if they are up there, we don't want to just fly around and perhaps get bombed. And plus, like at worst, that costs a couple of hours to check. So
that's what I assume. So we got my ship back, and the Jawas have pretty much repaired it. So are we gonna? I don't want to peek out the planet with my ship because that can just risk it out of getting it blasted out of the sky.
well, the problem is they'll still see us, flying it. So if we just stick our heads down, they might blow us up anyways. That's why we should check, because it's better to know rather than to.
Then why are we even peeking our heads if we're gonna get shot by peeking our heads?
No, even if we don't check, they could still bomb us. That's the thing. That's why we just wouldn't be seeing it coming.
Yeah. Right now we are sitting duck.
All right. I say we just. I guess we can just get in the ship and peek our heads. I'm running out of ideas of plan. Hey.
Yeah, because at this point, it's a ship made for flying in space. Maneuvering it is harder to do in atmosphere. So even if we would have to fight them, it's better if we do it out of orbit than in atmosphere.
All right then. So the ship is basically can be just
Yes.
straight up. Okay. Also, is the dang Jawa sandcrawler still there that has my trophy?
They do. And with the fact that you have gone and taken care of the issues with the attacks on the Jawas, they do return what they have taken. Some stuff was sold off, unfortunately, and those are gone. But the trophy that you've been wanting is returned.
So no more questions.
What, Beaver?
You're still.
Yeah?
No, you just didn't hear you the first time. What?
Nothing. Never mind. Yeah. Nothing. Alright, I'll just try to keep my everything I say concise. Yeah. Keep going.
I would say
do-
the ship would hold those two speeders, yes.
Okay.
I guess we have two speeders now. I don't think it's gonna hold a sandcrawler though.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, the Sandcrawler is not being held.
No, the mini sandcrawler won't be held either. No.
That's mostly for the Jawas, anyways. I guess we can just get in and take off.
Loading
Do we still
yourselves-
want-
Oops, sorry.
Do we still want to visit the town?
The main town, or you mean the capital?
the main town.
Yeah, I think we just want to head up first, just in case. Like, if they are watching the area, they could like attack us while we go to the town. So I think it's better to take a detour to go up first, just to double check that they're not still like waiting up there, and then we go to the capital afterwards.
All right, then I guess we fly up.
All right. Getting into the ship, you ignite the thrusters. The ship does start to hover off the ground with the other controls Arbok. And for the most part, it seems very, very responsive, adequate to what it was before the crash landing on the surface of the planet. Now, a couple things do come across as odd to you, though. The first one is that you're having a malfunction with the nav computer. Even though it is currently redone, even with a hyperdrive that the Jawas did have, the ship itself is not able to essentially pinpoint a location around the planet, navigation-wise.
I don't think the ship was fitted for this.
We'll have to.
Or something's jamming.
Yeah, it could be they have a jamming system up run. Can we get do we get any radio signals from any other ships? Oh, like basically, like, the traffic signals and anything like that? Because there is a spaceport there, so presumably they would be sending out
It's a very, very minor spaceport. Beamville itself, in all intents and purposes, is a very, very small backwater world. In fact, the two essentially major and only real settlements of note is Plita and the other port. You get some radio traffic from Plita as well as the main port, but anything coming from space is essentially quiet.
What's wrong with the ship? I didn't quite understand that.
Navigation's all fucky.
So we can't jump outside the system.
Without crashing into something, yes.
Beaver, I'm wondering, could you check with this navigational computer if the problem is external or internal?
I would help Beaver out with that when he's going there.
Sure, I'd like to try to identify the source of the issue.
All right.
Same.
With Alhawk and Bivu both helping, both of you go ahead and give me a technology roll.
Advantage?
I'll let you both roll. I'll take one if one is higher. Essentially, it's advantage, but let's have you both roll.
Sure.
So you can both get on the action of rolling. Although we'll take Bivu's roll since he rolled the best one right now. Bivu. I don't know how to whisper right now. I'm going to go ahead and just say it out loud so you can not have to tell everyone what's going on. But when you actually start going to the navigation computer, it can actually, through the logs that were just updated, find the fact that, yeah, there's able to get navigation outside of the planet and into the nearest tradeway. What is odd is the fact that there is no planet Bimio listed under the tradeways or the navigation computer. Bimio and Telkin Station don't exist.
Oh yeah, this planet is gonna be set out to be wiped from the galaxy.
And with that realization of that and coming together of what the hell might be going on is when you see a familiar ship, a familiar shuttle. One that you saw during your crash a couple days ago, and one that is heading towards a location that was bombarded a couple or the day before. And as this thing is flying towards the location, and before a kind of a thought or what you might think of what to do with this, being knowing that this is the shuttle that does take the slaves or the progress report of the chemical compound on the planet, before it reaches, but it's flying through the sky, you see the second telltale familiar signs of a bombardment as, well, more shots fly out from the atmosphere, but miss the shuttle, that being that it really meant to shoot fast targets. The shuttle immediately starts to do evasive maneuvers as your ship can start to do what you want to do with the Arbok, but with that, a couple things do happen. Two specifically things happen. First is that coming out of the atmosphere or coming into the atmosphere from space, are numerous amounts of two types of vessels. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what one of these look like. Or more specifically, they both kind of look like, with minor differences. So we got these, we got that. Let's change it to this. You see these.
Oh,
There
those
is
look like fighters.
a number of them.
Heavy fighters at that.
Some have the turret on top, some do not. The ones that don't have the turret on top start to immediately head and converge and very, very quickly overwhelm and blow up the shuttle.
Well,
You also
These
notice
scientists-
a second group, before you continue, you also notice a second group that have the turret on them as they start to fly towards Plita.
I think we might want to get off of this planet. It might have been a lost cause now.
Yep. Let's leave.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I do not.
This-
think
People, man.
there are chances. We can always synthesize the cure like later. You know.
Yeah,
We got more.
yeah, we probably want to get the heck out of Dodge.
Right. Besides, only 40% of people infected die out. So you know.
So
there
you
is
gotta
a
roll the
chance.
dice to see if you survive this.
Like a Constitution check.
We should probably go to the nearest Republic or Empire-controlled system to get some medical aid.
Wait, what? No, like, what about the people, man?
That is
Well,
why we
yeah,
should
but
go
we-
there, tell them the situation on Bimmel.
No, like,
Yes.
Yeah, and we should
Yeah.
be recording this so we have like evidence to show that, we're not just talking out of our ass.
Can I take these 2 hours of recording and upload them somewhere more permanent?
I'm sure you can find a location on our box ship to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I probably have a new database on the chip at this point.
I would just stream and everything I see onto that data bank.
Yeah,
We should immediately jump to either Republican or Empire systems, like
Okay.
right now.
like
So-
what are the big superpowers in the system? Are there anyways?
So here's the timeline. I've actually officially devised on the timeline of this game. So this is after the signing of the Treaty of Coruscant. Essentially what it means is the Sith Empire have attacked and for all intents and purposes defeated the Republic. But the Republic's still around, and it was essentially turned into a stalemate, but with the Republic losing. And so the treaty was signed kind of forcibly by the Sith to essentially force the Republic into a truce, to where now the Emperor of the Sith does kind of rule the Sith Empire, and if a fight does break out, the Sith will win. The Jedi Temple on Coruscant was destroyed. It has been relocated, and right now, essentially, everyone is kind of on a knife edge of determining which side is going to essentially start firing first again.
Oh boy.
Where's Revan when you need him?
I'd like to at least message my clans to warn them against it.
Okay. Now, the question to you, Arbok, since you're in the pilot chair of the ship right now, do you head into atmosphere or into space? You're already in the atmosphere. Do you head into space or what do you do?
Well, I'm not fighting a whole fleet of fighters, so I'm just gonna,
It's not a fleet.
Begin-
I should say how many are actually around. So, of the fighters that actually swarmed, and rephrase the words I'm using to make it more easier to understand, since I'm kind of putting it out there. About 4 fighters swarm the shuttle and blow that apart. Now, these are ships that are about half the size of your own ship. So they're single-man, essentially, fighters, maybe double-manned with the ones with the turrets. And there are only 3 bombers heading towards Plita. They're not like hundreds.
Well, I'm still not mainly a fighter ship. I'm mainly I have I think maybe a turbo laser
So,
or two, but I
and
don't
I'll mention
think...
what your ship actually has right now because that actually would probably be relevant. So your ship currently has What am I not finding? It has a fixed laser cannon to the front. It has a turreted laser cannon on the dorsal top of the ship, as well as concussion missile launchers that are also fixed forward.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be taking out like groups of the. I don't think I'm gonna be able to take out the group of bombers with that much with that little weaponry.
Exactly.
Okay, so you
Fine.
punch it towards space. As you start heading into...
Wait. We are not finished discussing that.
Okay.
Well, I don't think my ship will be able to, fight them off without it also getting blown out of the sky.
I don't think that the
somehow-
cities are undefended. You gotta have some AA, like ground to air stations.
It's pretty poor planet. I
Yeah.
doubt it.
Plita, you don't know about the port because you haven't been there, but Plita has no anti-air defenses.
I mean, yeah, it's like bombers. We have a chance against them if we manage to isolate them from the.
I'm
fighter.
sure they have
Or-
plenty of anti-air defenses. You'd have Bob with a shotgun, like he's anti-air defense. It is point the guns at the sky. I'm sure they will be able to shoot down the bombers. They can manage without us.
It's a poor planet. It doesn't have any anti-air weaponry.
Yeah, that was the joke I was trying to make. They have jack shit.
Yeah,
Mm,
no.
okay.
So, and one fighter, and also one a cargo ship is not going to be able to fight against 3 bombers and 4 fighters.
To be fair, we have quite a few guns.
You
Like, we
are,
have-
yeah, you are essentially a heavy armored fighter. I'll put it that way. You're stronger than the Millennium Falcon. Not as fast as one or maneuverable, but you're probably more firepower than one. Definitely more firepower than one, I would say.
We have the front-mounted turret that's not controlled by the pilots. You have the dorsal, on the side, the canister is controlled by the pilot, and then we have the missile array.
Yeah, it's more of the fact that we don't know if there's going to be more coming.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that
We
is
don't
that
know.
is the problem.
Well, tactical retreat it is.
Because these people do know what they're doing, and they definitely have the funds to do it. And if but definitely are the same people who attacked the station, which at this point they are, they probably have a cruiser up there.
Yeah, we did see fighters that came out of the cruisers. Are these the same model of fighters that we saw back then?
These are the same ones that attacked Telkin.
Okay, so
Yeah.
presumably the cruiser is in orbit as well.
Yeah,
Well,
we might as well
let's-
just get out of here.
yeah,
this
let's
this
hit it.
planet is definitely not. This planet's not done for, really.
Yeah, it's
If it's already been wiped from the map, it's
yeah they wiped from the charts, and now they're wiping it physically.
basically.
Well, doesn't
I
mean
guess-
it's wiped everywhere, like on every Navi computer.
Yeah. So that means that whoever was able to do this was able to essentially influence the Navigators Guild or hack into it, which is very, very powerful.
Yep.
Now,
I mean,
Okay.
they gotta have some backups somewhere. So if we
or
find
someone
out-
who's very, very rich, I would say. Now, real quick, because we're going to get to wrapping up pretty much right here. As you do have the ship, essentially, Arbok, you're breaking, from what you've been gathering and what's been saying, you're breaking into space right now.
Yeah,
So
basically.
as you're breaking into space, you do watch these same fighters that did blow up the shuttle start to head and convene on towards your ship. Now, as the ship does break the last layer of atmosphere into space, with these ships definitely closing, or the fighters closing on to you because they are faster, you do witness a sight of a battle in space, and it is amongst 2 cruisers that are in space, but they themselves are shooting upon larger, essentially frigates, and the frigates are shooting back at the cruisers. But what you notice is that the ships and the shuttles that are escaping from the frigate are the same shuttles that was the one blown down in atmosphere, the ones that were part, that you know now, of the medical team. They're essentially
Oh.
lifeboats that are leaving. They're the same type of shuttles.
Well, we just ran into a whole one battlefield.
Basically, the ones that are escaping, the frigates, are the medical team, and the crews that destroyed the Telkin station are attacking them.
Yes.
That's the
Okay,
third party.
So it's a third party. Yes.
Oh boy. Well,
You know what all this seems like? None of our business. Let's leave.
All right,
Or
so we will wrap up here with you being pursued by 3 of the fighters that I showed the image of.
yep.
Okay. I suppose we'll have to start our ship then for next time.
All right, that will be the wrap up of today's session.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
I predicted space combat.
Yeah, oh shit, be
You
with the
did.
prophet.
It'll be next session though. So.
All hail Prophet Beaver.